Alright guys, a bit of a different video today. I've been playing a lot of Jujutsu Shenanigans on Roblox, and I decided I wanted to make a video on why I main Hakari. Because I think he's the coolest character in the game, and I love him a lot. And maybe I can convince some of you guys to main Hakari too. So first, we gotta define his playstyle. He's a very rush-down aggro character with low cooldowns. Yeah, I just turned off cooldowns. I guess I can turn on cooldowns real quick to show you how low some of the cooldowns are. Shutter doors. Look at that. That is extremely low. So basically, what this means is your opponent wants to use their evasive. They use their evasive on your combo. Okay, great. You didn't get as much damage. But then the next time you do it, which is going to roll around a lot faster than for other characters, they can't. They won't have that evasive on hand. And they won't have it for the next time either, most likely. So then you're getting a lot more damage than you would have before. So it's kind of, yeah, he's kind of good. So what makes him so good and what makes him so cool? Well, let's go over some of his base moveset. First, we got Shutter Doors. I meant Reserve Balls. I'm very smart. It's very simple. You throw a ball, the ball will hit the opponent. That's basically it. Just kidding, there's actually more to it. So, let's spawn a dummy. If you're close, it'll ragdoll. So that means you can use this to push people away and combo into something like that. Or, if you're further away, you can use it to combo like this. It's a little harder to do, but gosh dang it. Okay, well, you know what I mean, okay? It can kind of combo. It can catch people off guard. It stuns at a distance. And so that gives a lot more mix-up than you would expect from what's basically just throwing a ball at someone. Hold on, let me kill this guy. Die. And then we have the next move, which is Shutter Doors. Probably his best move, one of the best moves in the game. When the box above his head turns red, that's when he'll be in hit stun, so look how long this lasts. That's how much hit stun you have. Which means basically, you have all that time to do something like this. Okay, well I messed it up, but you know what I'm saying, right? Stupid trash can. Yeah, it's basically like one of the best moves in the game, one of the best combo extenders in the game. It's really broken, and I love it. Also, you can attach Shutter Doors to the end of Reserve Balls by pressing 1 and 2. Oops, 1 and 2. Bro, please. Like that. Which means you have a fast-moving projectile with low cooldown, with a fast-moving combo starter and extender with a low cooldown. Which means range isn't as big a problem for him as you would think. You would think he would get zoned out pretty easily. And while true, he does have a bit of a problem closing in on zoners, that really helps him. Next, we have Rough Energy, which is honestly a pretty just run-of-the-mill move. There's nothing that special about it. You go 1, 2, 3. You know, you start it up, it'll punch the opponent pretty hard. It goes through the block. I guess I can show that off. Block and dummy. That's in the back. See, goes through block. It also hits ragdoll, which is very important because the only other move he has that hits ragdoll is this thing, and that's not the most high damage dealing move that you would want. So ideally, if you have your opponents grounded, you'll want to hit them with a Reserve Balls or a Rough Energy. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, you'll choose Rough Energy because, you know, it does some pretty decent damage. Sure, it can be canceled. Sure, it's pretty slow, but it covers something that the rest of his kit doesn't have. And it's got a low cooldown, so let me show you an example of that. It can cover basically the quintessential, my opponent's over there, my moves are on cooldowns, let me dash to them and do it. And luckily, you can do that because this move activates while you're dashing. So you can dash and use it at the same time. I'll try to show that off a little better. See? That's awesome. And there's nothing they can do about it. Love that. The next move we got is Fever Breaker. It's a pretty actually complex move compared to the rest of his moves. Let me show you what it does. It hits the opponent and then shoots them forward. That seems pretty normal, but here's the thing. If you have shift lock on, which you probably should, you can turn the direction of whatever direction you want to send them in. And if you send them in a different direction besides forward, they have a lot less knockback, which means you can combo into stuff like that. Then if you would have just, now they're all the way over there, I can't do that. But then you have to think, okay, well, what if I want to send them over there so I can do something like that, you know? It's all about what you have on hand. And that split time decision making is what makes Fever Breaker one of his most essential moves. It also does a lot of damage, so that helps. Yeah, that's a decent amount of damage. Then we have his counter. It's a counter, and counters are pretty dang good in this game. So let me spawn an attacking dummy, and then let me spawn a projectile, a bullet dummy over here, so I can show you what it does. That's what it does. It'll put a door in front of you, and if the opponent attacks you with a melee move, you will hit them back. It also ragdolls, so you can do that. Only problem is projectiles. See, it'll just break it, and they won't get any punishment for it. Sure, you'll block it, I guess, but for some projectiles like Reversal Red, that doesn't actually happen and explodes behind you, and you get taken damage anyway. That's not great, but it does act as a counter, which is something Hakari really appreciates if he's getting rushed down. Not that he has any problem with getting rushed down, it's just something nice to have on hand. Plus, it can help with getting zoned out, even if it's not the most ideal situation, or the most ideal move to use in that situation either. Next, we have his domain, and I guess I'll use it on this blocking dummy. Basically, you don't get anything immediately. You have to gamble, and that's something I love doing, obviously. You use either Reserve Balls or Shutter Doors, you don't have to hit them for those ones, or Fever Breaker and the counter, which you do have to hit, and it will roll. You have 2 rolls before it will activate a scenario. If the scenario, holy stutter, if the scenario is a success, then you will get jackpot, where you're basically the best character in the game. If not, you have to wait again, or roll again. And if it's on the 4th try, then you'll get a pity jackpot, except it's way shorter than the normal ones. Let me try to get it real quick. Hopefully it's not the... Okay, see, we got it. Scenario is successful. So now we have this, and I turned on infinite. And basically what these moves do is makes you the best character in the game. First, we have the R move, which speeds you up and lowers your cooldowns. This is me with 2 of them, and this is me with 4 of them. See the difference? Then we got Lucky Volley. Huge AoE, hits all the way over there, so it basically covers whatever you want to do. And the last one goes through block. Then we have Lucky Rushdown, which is the best, probably arguably the best move in the game, because it hits Ragdoll, it combos into every other move in the kit. Let me try to show that off. Oh wait, no, that's going to kill him. Sucks to be them. It combos into every other move in their kit. Let me show that. Spawn dummy. No, stop doing that. Okay. I'll try to show it off here. And boom. See, easy combo. It also just goes through debris, so you can pretty easily chase someone down with it. Has a pretty generous lasting hitbox, so I can go around here, hit it, and then it'll come back. Literally, what could this move not do? There's nothing it can't do. I guess it can be cancelled, but like, it's basically unreactable up close, so that's not going to happen most of the time. Then we go Overwhelming Luck, which makes you... And and you'll have certain scenarios where you gotta hit opponents, and if you do, you will drag them with you. Let me try to do that because I'm very bad at this. Okay, you know what? We're moving on to this dummy. See? I drag them with me, then I can follow it up with something like this. Pretty easy. This one is Energy Surge, and it will let you jump at the opponent, and it's pretty good for closing a gap as well. As you can see, then it knocks them away. And it's a pretty good combo ender. I think this is like the last move you'd want to use in a scenario, unless you got like overwhelming luck, in which case you can probably chase down them. But you want to save it for last, and also it just looks sick, which is really the reason why I like this move, but it's still pretty good. Probably the worst move he has. Can I hit you? I can, okay. Okay, bro, hold on. Bro. There we go. See, that looks really cool. And yeah, honestly, that's really all I gotta say about Hakari. He's really awesome. You should try him next time you want to play JJS. And yeah, I just wanted to make this random video. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Tell me what you thought of this. And if you want to see more JJS stuff in the future, which I probably won't do, but I'm open to suggestions. Yo, can you like get out of here? Yeah. There we go. They have been silenced. Time to go do whatever I want to do, which means editing this video and hopefully get it out by today. Okay, bye.